Good morning, wet shavers, coffee lovers, and podcast listeners everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeToon.com. It's time for another second cup. So grab a cup of coffee, kick back, relax, put in those earbuds, adjust that speaker volume, and let's talk some wet shaving and a few other things in podcast form. What is Second Cup? Well, Second Cup is a podcast that will give you some additional information that didn't make the Monday morning mailbag deadline. This might be something that is time sensitive. For instance, a sale that could be ending before the next 3MB airs, or a piece of late-breaking information that viewers have passed along that is equally time sensitive, or something else regarding the wet shaving world that needs to be broadcast in a timely fashion. And we'll also have some time to chit-chat and discuss some other things like coffee, movies, streaming shows, books, that sort of thing. So thanks for tuning in to Second Cup. And I hope you subscribe to the podcast, where you can also find episodes of the Monday Morning Mailbag in podcast form. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. We'll get the show underway in just a moment. Thanks for joining me. Well, good morning and welcome to the April 1st, 2024 episode of Second Cup. Happy April Fool's Day. No fooling here this morning, and I hope you don't get fooled too much today. But it really is kind of a fun day with some of the April Fool's jokes that take place. And I was thinking about doing something on the Monday Morning Mailbag and also here on Second Cup, but I couldn't come up with anything really, really original. Something that is never seen or heard before. A really good original April Fool's joke. But most of those involving shaving and the traditional wet shave and that sort of thing would be kind of cliche and tired and that sort of thing. The same thing, hey, I'm switching over to a cartridge razor. Yeah, and everyone would know immediately. Come on, it's an April Fool's joke. You know, it has to be something that it comes from a different angle. Something that, I mean, you really get blindsided by it. And I couldn't really come up with anything. And plus, I really don't think I have that deft artistic touch to really pull off a good April Fool's joke. And over the years, I've met some people who really, really are very, very good at pulling off a good practical joke where nobody gets hurt. It's done in fun and that sort of thing. And I've been the target of a couple of those over the years too. And you take it in stride and that sort of thing. I can tell you this story since we talk about shaving here. This goes back to my college years. Two of my fraternity brothers, Bill and Pearson, they were good friends, but they also had this rivalry. And Bill had been out one night, a Saturday night, and he came back to the fraternity house, and he had had a little too much of the adult beverages, let's say, and he just fell asleep on the couch in the main living room of the fraternity house. And Bill had this mustache that he really maintained, and he liked it a lot, and it was really part of his personality. And Pearson came along with an electric razor and shaved off half of Bill's mustache as a practical joke. And of course, when Bill woke up the next morning and looked in the mirror, he saw that he only had half a mustache, and he had to shave off the other half, which left him a little bit irritated because he really liked having that mustache. So, of course, he had to go through the whole process of growing it back and that sort of thing. Well, the gauntlet had been thrown down. So a few weeks later, Pearson was out, and he had a few too many and came back to the fraternity house. Same couch, same living room, in a deep, deep sleep. And along came Bill with an electric razor, and he shaved off Pearson's eyebrow, his right eyebrow. So it ended there. It ended there. And, like I say, they were good friends. And it's just that, Bill had to get even, and he did so in a rather original way. And I'll never forget the whole incident of both of these. Kind of seeing the aftermath of both of these. Like, what happened to you? Well, Pearson shaved off half my mustache, and what happened to you? Bill shaved off my eyebrow. So, but they were good friends, and that was it. It didn't escalate beyond that. Okay, you got one, I got one, that's it, it's over. So I thought that was, looking back, that was really rather funny. And of course, your eyebrow grows back, your mustache grows back, that sort of thing. So sometimes you have to be a little careful with practical jokes that they don't go too far, someone doesn't get hurt. But that's kind of the reason why I didn't want to do that's another reason why I didn't want to do an April Fool's joke, because I just didn't want to be misunderstood and have to explain to myself, no, it's an April Fool's joke. See, I really didn't mean what I said. It was a joke. Sometimes you just never know. People may not understand that it's an April Fool's joke, that it's a prank. So I steer clear of them. And I let others who have a better understanding and a better artistic and deft touch in pulling them off, I let them handle the April Fool's jokes and the practical jokes. And I'll just sit in the audience and watch them evolve and be entertained by them. And hopefully they're done in a good-natured way and no one gets hurt and that sort of thing. So how are you this morning? I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. I have Tim Hortons coffee right here in the big can, right, the original blend, medium roast, Canada's favorite coffee. And I'm also using my Ohio Been There coffee mug from Starbucks. It came courtesy of viewer Beth Jones. Beth, thank you again very, very much. This is a wonderful coffee mug. And the reason why we're using the Ohio coffee mug and the Canadian coffee is to remind you once more that a week from today, it's the Great North American Solar Eclipse. It goes over Ohio and it also goes over Canada. It's going to go over parts of Ontario, Quebec, Newfoundland, Labrador, I believe. I think Prince Edward Island. So there's the connection between Texas, where Beth Jones is, and she sent me the coffee mug, and she and her family are going to be experiencing the Great North American Eclipse. It's going to go right over her area. And here in Ohio, we're going to see the Great North American Solar Eclipse. It's going right over Geauga County, right over Cleveland. So we are right here in totality. And of course, parts of Ontario, Quebec, Newfoundland, Labrador, they're going to be in totality as well. It's going right over Niagara Falls. My gosh, what a great place to see the total solar eclipse if you're in Niagara Falls. That would be really, really awesome. I'm sure they're going to see an uptick in tourism that weekend. So get ready for it. A week from today, the Great North American Solar Eclipse. Just wanted to remind you of that. And also, April 20th is going to be the Maggard Meetup. We'll have a link again below where you can get tickets and get all the information on that. Really looking forward to that. I have my ticket already, and I hope to see you there. And once again, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. And great to be with you. I hope you had a really, really nice Easter. Again, it's April. We're getting into April showers. I know we're going to have showers today. And April showers, May flowers. Yeah, it's going to start warming up. Looking forward to all the great weather and all the great seasonal shaving scents that will come around because of the spring and summer months. Wow, really looking forward to those as well. So thanks very much for tuning in this morning. Once more, get yourself a cup of coffee. Let's talk a little bit of wet shaving. We have some really, really nice topics for you. We'll get the show underway in just a moment, but first, let's pay a few bills. Well, I got this email from a viewer named Gary, and he wanted to know the identity of the razor blade that comes with the three-piece razor from the Dollar Tree. And he writes, question, what is the identity of the blades which are packed with the Assured three-piece razor from Dollar Tree? Anybody know? And that's signed Gary. Gary, that's a great question. Safe to say, and I believe if I recall correctly, the package was labeled Made in China. So safe to say that the razor and the blades are both made in China. Now, as to who the manufacturer of those razor blades in China is, I really don't know. We could take a guess and maybe say Bally off the top of our heads, something like that. But I don't know 100%. If anybody knows, please comment below or email me at mondaymailbag@gmail.com. We'll also discuss this on an upcoming Monday morning mailbag because it is a very, very interesting question and leads us to the discussion of razor blades made in China. Now, in talking to some viewers out there, the general consensus is that razor blades coming out of China are not that great. We have this affinity for razor blades that are made in the United States, that are made in Japan, that are made or were made in the St. Petersburg plant in Russia, but that has been closed down by Gillette, as we understand it, due to the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, and all that equipment, from what we understand, has been moved or is being moved to other manufacturing facilities around the world, into Poland, and we've heard into China. And that brings up the discussion of the Gillette Super Blue blades that are available on AliExpress from China. Now, viewer Jamie Horn mentioned these to me, and he had gone ahead and bought, I think it was 10 blades, just to try them out. And they weren't very expensive. Right now, as I'm recording this, AliExpress still has some sort of sale going on. Last week or a week and a half ago, they had some sort of big anniversary sale going on. So a lot of items were available at a reduced price. And I'm looking at the page here of the Gillette Super Blue shaving razor blades for men. These are $26.99 for 100 of these blades, and there's a coupon and a discount available. I think $1 off on orders over $25, so you'll get $1 off. Now, they're normally listed for $51.90. Anyhow, Jamie followed up and bought 100 of these and said, "Mark, these are great razor blades." So I went ahead and I ordered 100 of them just to see how good they are. And I got them for $23 and some odd cents, and I got another $2 coupon off when I ordered them. So I got them for about $22.50 to my front door. They have not arrived yet, but I'm really looking forward to receiving these and trying these because this goes against the narrative that the Chinese razor blades are not very good. From what Jamie Horn has been saying, these are really, really good razor blades. Now, we'll have a link below where you can go up to AliExpress and check these out. And you'll have to stay rather eagle-eyed because their prices are sometimes written on a chalkboard. They're always changing the prices of the various items that are up there that they're selling. So this price of $26.99, it could change. It could go back down to something that is in the ballpark of, say, $20, $22, something like that. Or they'll have a coupon that will be available. You might get $4 or $5 off. You never know. I've had that experience with AliExpress where I've gone up to buy something, and the next thing I know, look at that, $10 off. Yeah, that has happened. It doesn't always happen, but it will sometimes happen. So they have a lot of different incentives on the AliExpress website, and I believe shipping is free as well. Now, the other downside, I guess if you want to call it a downside, is shipping can take a little longer at times, coming all the way from China. And sometimes it's very, very quick. I mean, you just never know. But we're going to give these Gillette Super Blue blades a try. These are the razor blades with King C. Gillette's picture on them. They are a rather aqua blue color to the wrapper. Now, I did try one of these blades that had a similar label, and I think it was called a Gillette Super Thin, and it was made in China. And I tried, I had that in a blade sampler, and I tried one of those blades, and my gosh, it was a very, very good blade, a very, very good shave. So these might be in the same mold. And who knows, this might be made on some of that equipment that came out of St. Petersburg, from the folks at Gillette. That's just a guess on my part. But really looking forward to trying these blades, reviewing them, and sharing them with all the listeners and viewers out there. And a big thank you to Jamie Horn for pointing these out. There we go. Two topics for the price of one, kicking off the show. Does anybody know who manufactures the Assured razor blades that come with the Dollar Tree razor? And also, we'll have a link to the Gillette Super Blue razor blades that are available on AliExpress. Right now, the price is 40% off the regular price, $26.99 for 100 blades. So, stay tuned to see if that price, is reduced a little more, because it very well could be coming down in price. You never know. I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying you just have to kind of pay attention to what's going on at AliExpress, because you just never know what could be for sale. I mean, looking at the page right here, they have a safety razor case. Right here, I'm going to click on it. This is one of those canvas foldable razor cases where you can disassemble a three-piece razor and insert it. It has flaps on the right and left, and it's got a little elastic band to hold your handle, your razor cap, and a tuck of blades, and then those flaps on the left and right-hand side fold over or back inward, and then it has a snap on the top flap and a snap on the bottom flap, and those fold up and down, and there you have this case, this canvas case to protect your razor for when you are traveling. $3.37, and it comes in three different colors. It comes in black, it comes in khaki, and it also comes in green. $3.37. How about that? So sometimes you get some really, really fantastic deals from AliExpress. And I would definitely check that out when you go up for the razor blades to see, an extra $3. You could throw that into your cart. So it's kind of fun going up there to AliExpress and seeing what they have in the way of wet shaving gear. But pay attention. Make sure you read the descriptions and look at the photos and make sure it's exactly what it is, what is being advertised there. Just as you would with eBay. You want to make sure that it doesn't look too good. But this razor case, $3.40, it looks pretty good. It looks like the real McCoy. But anyhow, the blades are at a good price. They could come down in price. Just check it out, and there might be another seller of those same razor blades that are offering it at a little less of a price. So look around up there for the Gillette Super Blue blades. And if anyone knows the origin, the manufacturer of the Assured razor blades, please comment below or send me an email at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and we'll be sure to update all the listeners and viewers out there. So Gary, thanks very much for the question. And Jamie, thanks very, very much for the heads up on the Gillette Super Blue razor blades from AliExpress. Well, I received this email from a viewer named G. Joseph, and the subject heading reads, "A video, the Harry's Razor Review, not recommended for head shaving?" And G. Joseph writes, "Nice and useful video. A few people have had troubling experiences using Harry's for head shaves, but many commenters like the razor for head shaves. Response from the company seems to be inadequate. Maybe the risk is due to the cartridge head not being strongly connected to the handle." And he also provides the link to the video, and we will also provide that link below so you can see the gentleman talk about the Harry's razor for head shaves and his experiences with it and that sort of thing. And I have the Harry's razor right here. Now, this was very kindly sent to the channel by Jim from Northfield. Thank you again, Jim. And I did the review of this for a head shave about 4 years ago, and my experience with it for a head shave was a good one. It was a very, very good one. As a matter of fact, I pulled it out and put in a new cartridge head because I didn't know how many shaves I had with the previous cartridge head. Not many, to be perfectly honest with you. I haven't used this for some time because I shy away from cartridge heads that have 5 or more razor blades. I like to use cartridge razor heads that are 3 or fewer blades in the cartridge head. But I did a head shave with this last night, and it did a nice job. And I used the Harry's foaming shave gel. I got it right here. Let me just uncap that. It has a little pump top, a little short squat pump top, and I also use their Frost Shave Balm with aloe. Relieves and soothes, and I use that. And that all came in the package that Jim very, very kindly sent to the channel. So I've had it for a while, and all 3 elements worked very, very well for a head shave. Now, the result this morning is that I can feel some stubble up there, and it appears that I probably may need another head shave tonight in order to maintain this smoothness. Whereas with a safety razor, I can skip a day because I get for me personally, I get a better, smoother, closer head shave using a safety razor and some really, really nice lather from a good artisan shave soap. So that's been my experience, and that's my preference when I do head shaves. But there are times where I have to use, say, an electric razor, because you may have seen in previous weeks where I I had a pretty nice wound on the top of my head from banging it on the bottom of a kitchen counter over here. And I'll use an electric razor just to kind of get through my head shave so that I don't aggravate that with a cartridge blade or a safety razor blade. And there are times when I use a cartridge razor when I'm pinched for time, or I'll use the Omni Shaver, which is a really nice bi-directional head shaving device. That's terrific. But my preference is when I have the time and I want to enjoy doing a head shave, I go right to a safety razor. And of course, I've mentioned before, my go-to for most head shaves is the Supply SE. That's a fantastic, fantastic razor for head shaves. Absolutely love it. I get a really, really terrific result. Or any mild razor, any mild DE safety razor will also give me a really, really good result. I do stay away from overly aggressive razors when I do head shaves. And there are times when I've used adjustable razors, adjustable DE razors for head shaves, and I've been tempted to turn them up a little too much on the aggressive side, and inevitably I'll come away with a nick. And there's no need to do that for me. Just keep it on the mild side and just do two passes and some touch up, and I get a great result. There really is no need to turn up that razor or have an aggressive razor. Turn up the razor to an aggressive setting or use an overly aggressive razor like an R41. I'm not going to use an R41 for a head shave. It's just too much. But that's just kind of how I do my head shaves. And the point here is that the Harry's razor did a nice job, and the whole, I don't know if you can hear this right here. Can you hear that? That's the razor head coming in and out of the handle very, very easily. And I think that's probably where the point of contention is, in that razor head doesn't stay as securely in the handle as other cartridge razors. So I think that's why they don't recommend it for a head shave, because the potential for that loosening up and coming away from the handle is a little greater than other razors, say the Gillette cartridge razors, where, boy, those cartridge heads are securely fastened to the handle, as are the Dorco. The Dorco is very, very secure on their handles, the Dorco cartridge heads. So I think that's probably a slight shortcoming of the Harry razor, in that this cartridge head, once more here, listen. I don't know if you can hear that. Maybe I'll try to edit the sound and pump up the volume a little bit so you can hear that. But I think that's probably the shortcoming of the Harry's razor, is that cartridge head comes away from that handle a little more easily. And it also tells me that maybe over a period of time, there's going to be a little bit of wear there, so that you'll have to probably replace the entire handle, get a whole new handle for shaving, because the way it's designed. It looks like that's going to wear. The constant, you know, pulling it away and then inserting it back. It's easy to do, but it's it looks like it's very, very it comes away from the razor handle very, very easily. So yeah, I would I would definitely be aware of that if you're going to use a Harry's razor for a head shave or even for a face shave. But I think that's why they recommend it for face shaving only, because you can actually see the razor, the cartridge head, loosening up from the handle. Whereas with a head shave, you might be shaving the back of your head and you might not know that it's loosening up and breaking away from the handle. That's just a guess on my part. But thanks very much to G. Joseph for the heads up on that. Again, I used it for a head shave. I got a nice result, but I certainly get a better result, a smoother result, a longer lasting result from a DE safety razor or an SE safety razor, in my case, the Supply SE injector razor. It does a great, great job. But G. Joseph, thanks for the heads up on this. Folks, we'll link the video below so you can get a look at it, and I'll also link my review of the Harry's razor. I got a really, really nice shave from it. I did not use, for that review, I didn't use their shave gel or aftershave balm. I went with What the Puck from Italian Barber. I wanted that nice lather, and I think it really aided me well. And I also used Cremo as a pre-shave. So I had an extra, extra slick surface in which to do the review. I guess, in looking back, I probably wasn't sure what to expect, and I wanted to make sure I had enough slickness there so I wasn't getting any irritation from the cartridge razor itself. But thanks again to G. Joseph for passing along the topic and sending the link to the video. We'll have it below. Folks, check it out. And also let us know your experiences with using a Harry's razor for a head shave. Please comment below and let us know. G. Joseph, thanks again. Well, this morning we have a little bit of a follow-up and update on George F. Trumper's Sandalwood Skin Food. This was recommended by viewer Mark Bagwell. Thank you again very much, Mark. Really do appreciate it. We did a review of it. It's wonderful stuff. And I got this email from viewer James Sefton, who wrote, "Darn you, Mark, every time I see one of your videos, I wind up ordering something. I've got George Trumper on the way now." And I told him, okay, well, let me know how you like it. Send me a follow-up, that sort of thing. And he did. And he wrote, "Mark, got the George F. Trumper balm earlier today and already tried it, and it's my new favorite. I will have this in the den from now on for sure." Hey, James, thanks very, very much for the update. And I'm so glad that you enjoy the George F. Trumper Sandalwood Skin Food. It really is terrific. It's a new favorite of mine as well. And what's nice is it's a universal kind of sandalwood scent, and it'll go with a lot of great sandalwood shave soaps that you have in the shave den, and also some barbershop shave soaps that you may have in the shave den as well. This will go great as a follow-up to, say, Tabak. Tabak's really, really wonderful, and this sandalwood skin food from George F. Trumper will be a nice follow-up to that. It'll pair up nicely with it. Yeah, two different scents, but, the sandalwood skin food really, really will pair up nicely with some sandalwood scents out there, and also some of the more universal barbershop scented shave soaps that you might have. So check it out. It really is a really, really terrific product. So my thanks to James Sefton for the update, and also the reminder to let everyone know that this George F. Trumper Sandalwood Skin Food really, really is a terrific, terrific balm. James, thanks again very, very much. And again, a big, big thank you to Mark Bagwell for the recommendation of George F. Trumper's Sandalwood Skin Food. And here's another follow-up to a new shave soap that we now have in the shave den. This was pointed out by viewer Bill Murphy, and a big thank you to Bill Murphy. He emailed me a while back and said, "Mark, I know how much you like the scent of coffee. You have got to try Phoenix Shaving's Irish Coffee. Out of all the Phoenix Shaving scents I have, and I've collected about 3 dozen over the last 2 years, This is my favorite. Here are the scent notes: coffee, cream liquor, vanilla, benzoin, a dash of butterscotch, thanks Mom, and Irish whiskey, available through the month of March. I have never had Irish coffee as I do not drink, but I and my wife just love this scent. Bill, thank you very, very much. It arrived the other day in the Shave Den, and yes, it is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful scent. Irish coffee from Phoenix Shaving. Now, we will be getting a review done on this one. And of course, it's formula CK6. It makes heaps and heaps of lather. We also have the, let me just set that down. We also have the aftershave right here. I'm pulling it out of the box. The aftershave splash right here. Yeah, there it is right there in the glass bottle. Right there. And I also have the Star Jelly right here. Yeah, so we got all three of them. And I'll be getting a review done on those because it is an absolutely wonderful, wonderful scent. I concur with Bill Murphy. So, Bill, thanks again for the heads up on that. Really, really do appreciate it. Now, I'm recording this on the last day of March, which is Easter Sunday. So, a belated happy Easter to everyone. And I'm looking at their website, the Phoenix Shaving website, and Irish coffee is still available. So, hopefully, today, you're listening to this on April 1st, hopefully it's still listed there. If it is, I'll have a link below. If it's still listed there, please get up and get this scent. It really is fantastic. It really is a wonderful, wonderful scent. Everything folds together so very, very wonderfully. So yeah, a definite keeper in the Shave Den. Irish coffee from Phoenix Shaving. Thanks to Bill Murphy for the heads up again. Really do appreciate it. Folks, we'll have a link below. Hopefully you'll get in just under the wire to get Phoenix Shaving's Irish coffee. Thanks again, Bill. Now, before I get out of here, I want to recommend both a book and a movie. Since it's spring, and of course, spring brings about renewal and optimism, let me recommend something that is very, very optimistic. A really, really terrific story, both book and movie, as I said. Seabiscuit, an American legend. This book was written by Laura Hillenbrand, and it is terrific. She is an absolutely wonderful storyteller. She also wrote the book Unbroken, which was also adapted into a movie, just like Seabiscuit. And I'm in the middle of reading Unbroken. I have not seen the movie adaptation yet. I'm right in the middle of reading that. I have to get back to the place where I left off. It's been a while, to be perfectly honest with you. I went on to some other things, and I got to get back to reading that book because that's an amazing story as well. But Seabiscuit is a wonderful book. As I say, Laura Hillenbrand is an absolutely wonderful storyteller, and the movie adaptation is very, very good. It stars Jeff Bridges and Tobey Maguire from 2003. And the whole gist of the story here, as summarized in the synopsis on Amazon Prime, is true story of the undersized Depression-era racehorse whose victories lifted not only the spirits of the team, but also helped to inspire a downtrodden 1930s American nation as well. It is terrific. It really, really is a terrific movie. It's from 2003. It stars Jeff Bridges and Tobey Maguire. It's really very, very good. It's rated PG-13, just so you know, but both the book and the movie are terrific and very heartening stories, very uplifting. And I recommend them. I've got to go back and read that book as well as watch the movie again. And Unbroken as well. I have not seen the movie, but so far the book is very, very good. So Laura Hillenbrand, check out her book, Seabiscuit and Unbroken, but also check out the movie Seabiscuit, starring Jeff Bridges and Tobey Maguire from 2003. It really is very, very inspirational. A terrific movie, and also based on a really, really wonderful book. And that wraps up another Second Cup. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. I sure hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, please share, please subscribe, and pass it along to a fellow wet shaver or friend. My thanks to everyone who commented and contributed to today's show, and I mean this sincerely. Without you, this microphone would be silent. If Second Cup or the Monday Morning Mailbag aren't showing up in your regular podcast feed, please drop me a line at mondaymailbag@gmail.com and we'll try to get it all sorted out. So again, thank you all very much. I look forward to getting together again with you on these podcast airwaves. Until then, enjoy the day, enjoy your shave, and enjoy that second cup.